you guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Hope you guys are staying warm because it is cold. At least where I am. I don't know about y'all, but it's freaking cold. Gonna be discussing AJ Styles today. We're gonna be discussing what happened at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles lost to Gunther, which means his WWE career is over. But is his TNA career over? Does he have one more run left in TNA? I will give my thoughts on that in just a minute. But before we get into the video, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any new content. You can hit the notification bell, hit all notifications, or personal, or none if you don't want any notifications. It's your choice. You want to hit the like button at the end of this video. Feel free to comment down below. I will get that Rey Mysterio DVD review up probably later this week or next Monday at the latest. So, AJ Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016 and ended his career at the Royal Rumble 2026. It's a 10-year stretch there, pretty good. He was in TNA longer, but he had more matches in WWE apparently. That's crazy. Like, it's just crazy. I think anyway, at least, because he was there from 2002 to 2013. Yeah, he was there 11 years in TNA, and his WWE career lasted 10 years. But he had more matches in WWE. Wow. That's crazy. So we're going to be talking about some of those. And maybe one of these days I'll do a video. I'm going to be starting a new series this year where I'm going to be talking about different wrestlers and their runs in different companies and which one I thought was the best and which one I thought was the worst. And we're going to be starting off with Christian Cage. I don't know when that video is going to be going up, but I'll sit down and watch some stuff from both of his runs and see what goes on there. But AJ definitely, I mean, this is somebody who spent over a decade in TNA, a company that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, WWE did not want to acknowledge. So Vince McMahon was still in charge, and he did not want anything to do with TNA. There were some sucky runs that were just really bad from former TNA stars through really no fault of their own. I mean, and I say this with all due respect. You know, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, they had sucky runs. I mean, at least Bobby got to win some gold, got to win some titles, but AJ Styles was one of those guys where I was like, oh man, if he ever comes in, well, he came in before both of them ever did, I think. When did Eric Young, Eric came in the next year. Eric came in, I think, the same year as AJ Styles on NXT. That's the thing, too. You gotta think about Bobby Roode and Eric Young. Both had to debut in NXT before they can go to the main roster. AJ was just there. That tells you how big of a star he really is. And he thought that people didn't think that he was going to be recognized or people weren't going to know who he was, and he was surprised at the pop that he got at the Royal Rumble. And then they had to freaking focus on Roman Reigns' face during the entrance, which was freaking dumb. Stop doing that. But no, AJ was definitely somebody that I never thought Vince would even give a crap about or do anything meaningful with. He was WWE champion 8 months into his WWE run. He was feuding with Chris Jericho, a former 6-time World Heavyweight Champion at the time. Right off the bat. And Jericho's now a, 8-time? 7 or 8-time champion, I think, because he won the AEW and Ring of Honor titles. But it's not the point. His first match at WrestleMania was against Chris Jericho. He had 2 matches against Roman Reigns that year, I believe. I'm trying to remember. He turned heel all that same year against John Cena, had a great match with him. This is all in an 8-month period. You know, he lost the WWE Championship to John Cena at the Royal Rumble in 2017, won it back in 2018, or 17, I think, and then went on to have a really great run with it. He is a former Grand Slam champion in WWE now. I mean, frick. His match with Gunther was, I heard, it was pretty good. But, yeah, AJ Styles' WWE career, at least, is done. But, is there another TNA run in the future? Does he have one more with TNA? Possibly even AEW. I think I'd rather him go back to TNA, but I would also love to see him go against, Will Ospreay in AEW. I mean, that would be a freaking dream match for Will. I mean, that would be good. That would be good. Like, once he comes back from his neck injury, and if AJ is there, do that match. Serious. But no, they teased a match in TNA against, or between AJ Styles and Frankie Kazarian. That could be good. It's too bad Daniels is retired, or you could do AJ and Daniels one last time. I mean, I'm sad to see him go in WWE, but this might not be the end. I'm thinking maybe AJ Styles goes to TNA. Like, I don't like WWE being petty about this. You need to just let him finish out his career the way he wants to. I mean, yeah, if this is really it, I'll be shocked and very sad, but at the same time, something tells me it's not over because he didn't take his gloves off. You know, how they usually retire, they leave everything in the ring, their gear, you know, their boots and their whatever, you know, gloves or hat like Undertaker did, but AJ didn't take his gloves off. But, frick, he had pretty good run in WWE. You know, him, Sami Zayn, and Jeff Hardy were the focal point of that Intercontinental Championship title scene in 2020 when COVID was bad. You know, that was one of my favorite parts of SmackDown. And then, you know, he had that feud with Randy Orton in 2019. I kind of remember that. And then, 2020, he had Undertaker's last match with him. You know, AJ Styles is somebody who inspired generations, a generation of wrestlers like Will Ospreay, like Leon Slater. You know, that would be kind of cool. AJ Styles versus Leon Slater for the X Division Championship. That would be kind of cool. Hopefully we see Leon back in TNA soon with the X Division title, but I think he's having like visa issues or something. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but we saw a little bit of what Leon and AJ can do in the ring, because that Saturday night's main event match with Javon Evans and Leon Slater versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, that was a fun match. He had an okay feud with Edge. It was okay. You know, there was his feud with Shane McMahon. Just trying to remember all the great stuff he did in WWE. Like, he got injured a couple times. Then I think one time, I think it was like 2024, he came back and got injured again. Or something. Or was that 2023? I don't remember. But I think it was 2023 because he had a match with LA Knight at WrestleMania in 2024. And I think he just came back from an injury or something. I'm not really sure, but he had a couple of good matches with Cody in 2024 for the WWE Championship, one of them being an I Quit match. Remember AJ freaking Styles clashing Cody on the steps after that, you know, fake retirement segment on SmackDown, which was done very good. But then you look at his TNA career and what he did there before he even went to WWE. He was 5 or 6 time X Division champion, 5-time World Heavyweight champion, multiple time tag team champion. He won the Grand Slam there too. First ever X Division champion. You know, won the first ever Ultimate X match on a pay-per-view. With Chris Sabin and Petey Williams. I just watched that match the other day. I remember reviewing Final Resolution 2005, if you want to go check that out. I've got that up. I mean, frick. We're doing another classic TNA pay-per-view tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Gonna have some figure reviews and stuff this month. Maybe even this week, but got a lot going on this month if I'm able to. But no, I do think there's one more TNA run left for him. And I think he probably, most likely, is going into the TNA Hall of Fame this year. I didn't predict it initially, but I think I'm going to have to make a kind of... I usually do my predictions at the end of the year, but I think I'm going to make an early prediction, or a late prediction, that AJ Styles is going to go into the TNA Hall of Fame this year. I think either him and Eric Young or him and the Hardys go in. Like, why is Eric Young not going in yet? I could see Mike Tenay or even bringing in Christopher Daniels to induct him. That would be kind of cool. You know, I remember all the classic matches that they had in TNA with each other, Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles, and then them eventually winning the tag team titles together. That was freaking awesome. You know, if this is it, thank you, AJ, for all the memories, but if it isn't, I can't wait to see what he does next. Whether it be going to AEW or TNA or whatever he wants to do, you know. If he just wants to go home and be a dad, then fine. I wish he would have one more TNA match at least. But if not, I mean, I guess I'll just have to accept it. You know? He's done a lot for that company, for WWE. He's done a lot for TNA too. But, he's pretty much done it all. I mean, I can't really think of anything that he hasn't really done. I mean, he hasn't won the Royal Rumble. I don't know. But I do definitely think he's going to maybe go back to TNA. I have a feeling he might. But we'll see what happens. And I think that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys later. Let me know what you guys think of the career of AJ Styles. Do you think he's done, or do you think he's just done with WWE and going to TNA or AEW? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace, and God bless you.